All right, let's dive into a new kind of cyber threat. This isn't one of those loud, flashy attacks that sets off all the alarms. No, this is about a ghost in the network, a threat that could already be inside the systems we all rely on, just waiting. Just think about that for a second. The most dangerous kind of attack isn't the one you see coming, it's the one that's already succeeded, completely silent, totally invisible, just biding its time. That chilling idea? Well, it's exactly what we're unpacking today. And look, this isn't just some hypothetical, spooky scenario. Cybersecurity experts over at CISA, that's the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, they've been hunting this ghost, and they've given it a name. So, meet RESURGE. The words right there tell the whole story. Sophisticated, silently, and dormant. This isn't your run-of-the-mill virus. You gotta think of it more like a digital sleeper agent, specifically built to hide out and wait for a call from a remote operator. And this isn't some random shot in the dark either. RESURGE has a very specific target in its sights: Ivanti Connect Secure devices. Now, you can think of these things as the main digital door for a huge number of organizations. They're critical pieces of hardware that manage secure access. So by going after them, the attackers are aiming right for the keys to the kingdom. The real genius of RESURGE, and what makes it so incredibly dangerous, is all in how it operates. It doesn't just smash through the door. It sneaks in wearing its own digital invisibility cloak, which makes it almost impossible to find once it's set up shop. And here's the playbook, broken down perfectly. It's a patient, four-step process. First, it finds a crack in the armor. Second, it installs itself, and then, step 3, it does absolutely nothing. It just sits there, dormant. And that right there is the key to its whole deception. A program that's not doing anything is way, way harder to spot. Yeah, make no mistake, this isn't a fluke. This is 100% by design. RESURGE was literally engineered to be missed by the very security tools that are supposed to find threats like it. It knows what security software is looking for, and it's been built from the ground up to not trip any of those wires. And this just shows you how advanced its toolkit really is. It uses secret, hidden channels to get its orders. It creates fake digital ID cards, that's what those TLS certificates are, to make all its activity look totally legit. It even goes in and changes core system files to fool the security checks, basically telling the system, hey, everything's cool here, nothing to see. Okay, so we've got this super stealthy piece of malware, but how does a technical problem like this actually turn into a real-world problem for you and me? Because believe me, this isn't just about ones and zeros anymore. This is about the physical world we live in. And don't just take it from me, this is the official word from CISA's acting director. When they say essential systems, they're talking about things like the power grid, our water supply, transportation networks, the stuff we all depend on every single day. The stakes here couldn't be any higher. And this is so important to understand. This is not a threat that's in the past. Because RESURGE is built to stay dormant, it could be hiding on networks right now, completely undetected. That makes it a very active, very ongoing danger. So how in the world do you fight an enemy you can't even see? Well, you can't just build a bigger wall. You have to actively go on the hunt for it. And that's exactly what CISA's doing. They've put together a whole defense plan to equip the digital detectives out there on the front lines. This quote from CISA leadership really nails their strategy. See, it's not just about sending out a warning flare, it's about empowerment. They're giving network defenders a deep dive analysis and the specific tools they need to turn the tables and become the hunters themselves. This timeline kind of shows you how this whole investigation has evolved. The first report came out about a year ago, but as we've learned more, we've realized just how sneaky this thing is. That updated report from this past February, it revealed even more about its stealth abilities, which is why we're at this heightened state of alert today. And this is the playbook that CISA has handed out. They provided what are called indicators of compromise. You can think of those like digital breadcrumbs. And they've given out new detection signatures, which are basically fingerprints for the malware. The message here is crystal clear. Do not assume you're safe. You have to proactively hunt for this thing, even on systems that look totally clean. So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. With these new sophisticated threats like RESURGE, silence does not mean safety. The fact that no alarms are going off doesn't mean there isn't a danger. It might just mean the ghost is waiting. And that kind of leaves us with this one big lingering question. As the bad guys shift from loud smash and grab attacks to these silent, patient infiltrations, our entire approach to cybersecurity has to change too. It's not just about building higher walls anymore. It's about learning to listen for the silence and knowing what to do when you finally hear it.